Hello and welcome. I am Fable and this is Sprite Alchemy. We're doing Sketchbook Tours. This is number 13. Let's get to it. Hello, cat. Starting off, it looks like some building plants. And then this is a Rinfest outfit. You can hear my cat in the background. Her name is Waffles. We have some more Rinfest D&D outfits. This is like a siren, this is like a mushroom person. We have more plans of the Viking guy. These are like plans to make pants. We have a Gengar in like my style and is cute. This is Magnanium, also from Pokemon. And then some more costume Rinfest D&D clothing. It's Shaman for Pokemon and Starfy, I think. That's a Torterra, and I think that's a Celebi. Here we have like a self-insert for the Owl House, and my like talisman would be like an axolotl. Plans for a skirt. I think I did end up making that, but it was a little bit different. Here's some more Pokemon sketches. We have Echo Irene, who is half Bolophoric, half human. They're cool OC. Here we have more Rinfest D&D clothing. I did end up making that chest plate. It was a little bit different though. Here we have Opal Atul, who is a mermaid siren OC. I like the idea of them having like gills on their chest where the like pec muscles would be. It's plans for a chest piece, like plate for Viking costume. Here we have more Gengar, but Gengar as a plushie. It was a Squishmallow, like an octopus Squishmallow that I turned into a Gengar before the Gengar like Squishmallow existed. Here we have Philip, or he goes by Pi. He's an OC. He is the partner of Echo. He is like, does like smoke stuff, or his power is like smoke based. More OCs. This is Aureus Luxford, and I think I changed her name to Lillian. Macbeth, I guess. Their names change because this is, I believe her name changed as well, but they're like a cute couple of like a werewolf shifter, and then she's like a cyborg, or like she makes people into cyborgs to like help them. She's like kind of a nurse technician kind of person, and like Liberty has some like cyber enhancements because she was found in like a crater, and then Lillian was also given some cybernetic enhancements due to her like backstory. Believe that's Homestuck. This is Red Jane, a pirate OC. We have like a cat furry named Echo. Maybe this is like Echo's persona. Here we have like a pumpkin with some candy. Mothman. Gotta love a good Mothman. This is Red Jane if she was a My Little Pony character. And then like a hippogriff pony. That's some anatomy drawings and some cute root vegetables. Pumpkinhead lady. I have this dress. I put like a little These are like stamped on mushrooms. More Red Jane. She's fun to draw. I like drawing pirates. She's been an OC of mine for a long time. Here we have some like house demons. That's a corner demon. This is a couch gremlin, and then that is not a house demon. That's actually a not so friendly caterpillar that lives in the forest. This is like a ledger of the different kinds of magic powers in Bossadoon. That is a person with ears, and here's some frog, and a little bird, and a bunny. Back to the magic. Have more aspects, and then more Red Jane, and then there's a pirate ship. It's some Pokeballs and like a cute, I think that's a Pokemon, but I'm not sure. And then a bee, and before I was Sprite Alchemy, it was Bee Cult Designs, and this was be like making logos for it. I think this was a Miraculous Ladybug OC who was like the Dragonfly Miraculous or something. It's some little doodles, and then what looks to be like a jewelry piece. We have some more Pokemon and a cute little, what is her name? A cute little Chikorita Pokeball. Not entirely sure what this is, but it looks cool. We have more Pokemon and some little doodles. Here we have I guess a guardian raccoon saying "Be gone," and then another Pokemon. This is Umbreon. That's a Litten. It's more of Red Jane. I think this is just me going over like who would be on a ship. More Red Jane, and then pirate ship with like the different levels of it. This is like a Naga person that would be like the quartermaster. And then this is a harpy person that is another crew member of the pirate ship. This is a Galophoric, and Galophoric standing. I don't know if this was like an actual OC or if I was just doing anatomy drawings. And then that's a big tree. We have, what's his name? Charizard, Pokemon. And then some vent art, I guess. What are these called? Killzoos? It's like a very aggressive shark-like, eel-like fish that's pretty massive, and they live in the oceans of Bossadoon. And they make kazoo sounds when they're coming after you. This is Magnanium in my style. So I like this picture. Then like some other creatures. I think this is like shading practice. And a dolphin. Or not dolphin, a penguin. These are arborlings. They're cicada fairy bonsai tree creatures that like have plants on their heads and they can sleep underground. but they also have like wings, and they communicate through like bioluminescent markings. They can also like technically talk, but they don't need to with each other. It's more for like the other sentient creatures on Bossadoon, like communication wise. Little doodles, that is a cat wearing glasses. More doodles, person's face. Okay, first, more Gengar, because he's very cute. And then this is like a doubloon cat. And then this is a ledger of the different kinds of vampires on Bossadoon. Red Jane is a wraith, which is kind of like a vampire, but they can walk in daylight and they don't live as long. Where there's like actual vampires, which can't be in the sun, and they are immortal. And then there's the vampiric ghouls, which are not immortal and can't be in the sun and are basically zombies. I think this is drawing practice. And a mushroom. Some designs. This fish is on my arm. It's like a tattoo, or it is a tattoo. I think this was tattoo designs. I still kind of want to get something like that. It's more doodles. Facial expression practice. More practice. It's Zoe, the crew member, and more of her because she's fun to draw. It's more Pokemon practice, I guess. And then cat drawing practice. Because cats are hard to draw, but that's actually really good. More Red Jane, her in the rain. Different angles of a tricorn hat, because hats are hard to draw. They require practice. It's okay. More Pokemon. We have Gengar and a Skitty, and I think it's Shuppet. I don't know the name for this one. More Pokemon practice, and someone with a very long dress. More Pokemon practice. More tattoo designs. That is cute. It's more of the Naga Quartermaster. I guess I was trying to figure out like what her color palette would be. Some bunny drawings. That one's really cute. It's I guess her name is Ni or Nai. Maybe Nai. I think it's Nai as a shortening of Naomi. Cool. We have more Red Jane. Pretty sure that is like the blue avatar fan art, as long with a bunch of doodles. More Red Jane practice. More Red Jane. She's fun to draw. Here we have Space Cat. Basically it's the inspiration was like when they cruelly sent animals up in space, but like instead of them just expiring, it turned into like this Schrodinger-esque space cat that is like teleporting and stuff. It's more drawing of Naomi, I believe, or Nai. We have a wolf shifter and some wolves. More space cat and some fun doodles. That's like a dragon. This is some fish. That's a Pokemon. That's cool. Little wolf in space. There's some more doodles. This is a very janky doodle of Bunny Bon, a bunny demon creature. Here is a three-eyed cat and a hoodie. More of Bunny Bon. He eats souls. He's like a demon bunny creature. Clothing design and like some like reference practice, I think. More Bunny Bon. More Bunny Bon. Again, it's fun to draw. Here we have more Red Jane, but also hand practice with like swords and stuff. I think that was its movement practice of like falling in water. It's because the wraiths can't swim. Most of the vampires can't swim. That's relatively lore accurate. Here we have fruit head people. That's interesting. And a very intense bear. We have some bugs and bees and what looks to be an apple lizard. Snail speed. That's funny. A frog candy. Here we have a spider cat, and these are the skeletons for monster dolls, like planning out their structure. And then this is a deer Sentai person in the beginning of like a background of what looks to be in Gia, the continent of mushrooms, which is on Basidium. Ocidum. It's hard. I don't remember the pronunciation. That's okay. It's more Red Jane, and Red Jane has their right hand, who is a giant wolf shifter named Wagner, and then, or Raggy for short. And then Clover is Wagner's partner, who is a coyote shifter. You can see like the scale. More wolf doodle. This is the like stripe markings of my cat Artemis turned into a tattoo design. It's more Red Jane. Like I think this was like her doing a flip animation that I never finished. It's more Echo and some highlighter doodles. This is Opal O'Toole as like a standing with legs person. It's same thing here. It's I think this is like the background like clip art for Red Jane of like it's when she was like a really little kid versus when she was kind of like a preteen versus early teenager, and then when she turned like 18 she ran away and became a stowaway and became Red Jane. Then she was working on the pirate ship that she stowed away on, and then she became like full-blown wraith vampire Red Jane. And then she had like her own ship, and then she met Wagner. And then they went on adventures together. And then Wagner met Clover. And then they had kids. Or Wagner and Clover had kids. Red Jane is childless. She's like the drunk aunt. Here we have a fairy person. Here we have a wolf in the woods, like a lumberjack wolf. Boxes. Here we have more costume planning. A bird on a branch. More costume outfit planning. Same thing here. I think these were like boot covers. Here we have more Pokemon doodles. More Pokemon doodles. It's a mushroom fairy. And more Pokemon doodles. More doodles of Echo. And more Pokemon doodles. Got a Parasect this time. This was a Ninja Turtle / One Piece. Or I think maybe it was like One Piece, but they're ninjas. I don't fully remember, but this got turned into a hoodie decal for someone who like requested it, and it turned out pretty well. Here we have some Pumpkin from Steven Universe Doodles fan art. And here we have this is a Galophoric, and I guess their name is Beck. We have them standing on their like hind legs, and they also like crawl around on all fours sometimes, and this is them flying. It's some more pumpkin doodles. A person doing a little dancey dance. Some like design doodles, like cute little bat. This is a dress design. And a little soot sprite, I guess. This is like a fairy satyr. I guess this guy is evil. Oh, I painted a portal door from Owl House on like an actual door using a masking tape as like the base. More of the fairy satyr. More satyr drawings. Wing practice. We have a dragonfly tattoo design. And then more of the fairy satyr. I guess they're green and pink. That's cool. A spider-headed fellow. Interesting. And then this is a dragon with, I guess, a horde of frogs. Cool. So, more of the fairy satyr, and then more of tattoo design. I think this is like a sternum tattoo. It's some like mermaid drawing. I guess they're a couple or something. It's a dog person. And more of Galophoric. It's their name, Mint Chip. They might be. These are like ice cream pirates. Pirates based off of like ice cream, I guess. And I guess they're based off of Mint Chip ice cream. It's the more pirates. This is Nye and Red Jane, and I guess they're drinking. Oh, he sounds nice, and he was. Red Jane's drinking because Wagner eventually passes away due to like a pirate brawl, and I guess they're grieving / reminiscing about it. It's a bigger design for that hoodie. A mermaid and some like costume design. Some little flowers. Anatomy practice. More anatomy practice. And then another one of Red Jane, and this is the end of this sketchbook. Now on to the bigger one. Okay. Starting off, we have a mermaid, but this one's like more shark-esque. We have some teacups and tea bags. I believe this is like more tattoo design. It's sideways. Here we have some more outfit planning, and that looks like a cute choker. Collar, necklace. We have some jacket design. This turned into an actual sculpture of a platyspark head. Platyspark are fairy dragon platypi. So we have some tattoo designs. A octopus with a teacup, and then some cool like people drawing. There's no consistency in the arrangements. Okay. We have some clothing designs. These look vaguely punk inspired. We have kind of a creepy guy and some more Pokemon. Here we have Opal Atool as like a D&D character. Her being a bard. And then some anatomy practice, I guess. The like progression of kind of an oppressed child to cabin boy to pirate captain. Some cool flowers. We have a fun deer. That is a hat I own. That's like a bat hat. It's cute. Here we have a not so friendly caterpillar in almost full grown compared to like a child. We have more tattoo design. What looks to be kind of a house. Maybe it's a boat. Got nothing. Here we have a map design. More tattoo design. And then we have a whole bunch of drawing practices for, you can look up pose reference on YouTube, and they have like 15-minute to like 5-minute intervals, and then you just draw what you see. And I did a whole bunch of that for a couple weeks. So More of that. Here's another one of Red Jane, or this might be a fairy that is drinking. I don't drink anymore, but it is fun to draw bottles. More pony drawings. Here we have a pink mantis fairy. She turned into a costume, or she was a costume of mine that I am now retiring. It's a mushroom person, mushroom zombie person. Practice, hand practice. Hands are always fun. It's like you can hate hand practice or you can like hand practice, and I choose to find them fun. This is some spider cats and some stars. More hand and body practice. It's just multiple pages of this. I think that is the rest of the sketchbook is mostly hand and body practice, though here is some more of costume planning, and then I believe these are pony dragons and some moving wing mechanism design. So I have a video posted on the moving wing DIY. More of the fairy mantis. More of the fairy mantis and a little clown person, and then some cat practice. Some more mushrooms. Some more of Red Jane. So we have a cool landscape, and then behind the tree is a sleeping dragon. We have more fairy mantis and like a bunny who is a secret agent. This is based off of a plushie I have named Mr. Bunny, and one of the like activities I used to do was like make him do like fat moves, and so he is a secret agent. It's a cat person. My Little Pony fan art. This is turning the drawing practice into like bunny costume people, because it was funny and it's good drawing. This was a like practice background. I believe this was actually from Arcane, and that's like Kate in the woods. This was like drawing water practice. This is a chameleon dragon fairy, and then that's a face snap for like size comparison slash I imagine the chameleon being like a predator to the face snaps. And let's see. last thing is costume practice. And that is it for Sketchbook 13s. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye-bye.